Welcome to the evolution of printing in EASYwriter Pro. During this session, we will walk through initiating MPCI single policy documents and MPCI batch policy documents. We will preview documents, print documents immediately, save documents to our print queue, and print documents from our print queue. First, we'll initiate new policy documents from Document Manager. Once I've selected my desired policy document, I click on the Add New Documents button. From here, I select my document category. If you want to see an entire list of all of the documents that are available, select the All Documents category. Otherwise, select the desired category, and then from the drop-down, you can select which document you'd like to initiate. Click the Add button to add the document to the grid. Once the document is included in the grid, you'll see that Document Options display for the selected document. You can select your desired options and then click the Next button to continue, or if there are additional documents you'd like to initiate, you can do so at this point in time. There's also a section called Copies, which allows you to select where you want to send copies and how many copies you want to initiate. To initiate a copy for the insured, ensure that the checkbox next to Insured Copy is selected. To initiate a copy for your agency, ensure the checkbox next to Agency Copy is selected. If you want multiple copies for your agency, you can update that in the box provided. Once your documents are all included in the grid and you've selected your desired document options and where you want the copies sent, you also have the option to preview selected documents. Select one or more of the documents in the grid and click on the Preview button. The document will display with a draft watermark. The reason for this is the document has not been finished yet. It's just a preview, so it does not become a document of record, which means that it will not be retained in Document Manager. At this point in time, you can, if you've initiated documents that you really do not want to continue and print, you can choose to remove the document from the grid by selecting the document and clicking Remove. Once you have all of the documents in the grid that you'd like to initiate, you click the Next button, and the Add Policy Documents Commit option screen displays. At this point in time, you can print the document immediately, or you can add it to your print queue. You'll notice that there's a new feature that allows you to download the document electronically. This means that the document will be created as a PDF and you can save it electronically to the file of your choice. You would just enter your folder path right here, and then you can click the Finish button and the document will be generated and saved as a PDF. If you choose to print the document, you also have the option of including mailing cover sheets and mailing labels, and you can sort these items by document number or by insured name. And then once that's done, you can just click the Finish button and the document will either download, or if you've selected Print, it will print, and at that point in time it becomes an official document of record and shows up in Policy Document Manager. For our purposes, I'm going to go ahead and add this document to our print queue. We'll come back and take a look at the print queue in just a minute. Policy documents can also be initiated from the commit process. After you've endorsed out your policy, made the changes, you'll click the Commit button. The Commit Endorsement window displays. At this point in time, there will be new required document defaults that are checked based upon the changes that are made. If you'd like to retain these documents, you can leave the check marks in place. Otherwise, you can uncheck those items. It's critical to make sure that the new documents checkbox is checked if you'd like to initiate new policy documents at this time. Once you've verified that that is checked, you can click the Commit button. When the endorsement documents window displays, you can see in the grid that there are initiated new documents based upon the defaults. If you want to remove the documents and not initiate them, select the desired document and click the Remove button and it will be removed. You also have the option to select document options related to the selected item. And similar to what we just covered related to the copies, you also can send a copy to the insured, or you can initiate one or more copies for your agency. If you'd like to preview the selected document, click on the document, click the Preview button. Once again, the documents will be able to be viewed, but they do not become a document of record until the document is finished, which is printed or downloaded as a PDF. Thus, the draft watermark is included on the preview documents, so they're not confused with documents of record. Once you're satisfied with all the documents being initiated, you can click the Next button. At this point in time, just like we can from Document Manager, you can choose to save the document to your print queue, or you can choose to print it now. We're going to choose to save it to our print queue at this point in time. New policy documents can also be initiated through Batch Print Manager. First, I'm going to select the Batch Print Manager radio button and then enter my desired agency. At this point in time, I'll select the document category and then select the desired document. Once I've done that, I'm going to click that Add Documents button. It shows that 2 documents are initiated for this agency. This agency is just a training agency, so I only have 2 policies set up. Otherwise, it would initiate documents for all of the policies for my agency. Once I click Close, the pending documents are added to my grid down below. And you can see that it's showing that I have the agent confirmation selected. Let's say I also want to add the insured confirmation for all of these policies. From my document drop-down list, I'd select Insured Confirmation and click the Add button, and it shows 2 documents added. I'm going to also show you the schedule of insurance, because at this point in time, there are actually document options related to the schedule of insurance. So when I've selected schedule of insurance from my document drop-down list, the document options related to it display, and I'm able to select those if desired. We also have the option to figure out where we want the documents to be sent and how many copies we want. So it's defaulted to the insured copy. If I want a copy sent to my agency, I can click on Agency Copy and I can select the number of items that I want. I can also preview documents by selecting my items from my grid below and clicking on the Preview Documents button. Just like it was in Document Manager and through the commit process, previewing documents does not result in a document of record. And so the preview document will actually have a draft watermark on it, and it will not show up in Document Manager once it's previewed. Instead, the document actually has to be finished to become a document of record. Just like in previous cases, the finished document means that the document is either printed or saved as a PDF. To continue on to either finish the documents or add it to our print queue, we can select one or more of the items from the list, and then we click on the Commit Batch button. You can see I have one item selected, and so when I clicked on the Commit Batch button, the select option displayed, and it shows that I can just commit the one item from my grid, or if I want, I can select all of the items from my grid. When I press OK, those items will be either added to the queue or I will be able to print them now. Once again, I have the consistent options for the insured mailing cover and mailing labels, and agency manifest and mailing labels. I can choose to add it to my print queue if I'd like to be printed later. I'm going to choose that for right now and click the Finish button. Then I'll go ahead. I could actually initiate additional documents at this point in time for another agency if desired. I'm going to go ahead and close this screen. Now we'll take a look at our print queue. To access that, click on Documents and Print Queue. You'll see these are the items that we have initiated, one through Policy Document Manager, one through the commit to endorsement process, and then one that we've just done through batch printing. I have the option to, you can see there are 2 documents for this batch that I've created. There was 1 document I created through the commit process and 4 documents that I just initiated through batch printing. If I want to look at the detail that's in this batch, I highlight the batch and then click on Documents. And it shows me that for this batch, I have a schedule of insurance and an agent confirmation that are being initiated. I can choose to remove the documents at this point in time or cancel the entire batch, or I can choose to just continue to retain it in my print queue, or I can choose to finish it at this time. At this point in time, I can just save the items, retain them in my print queue, or I could delete the items. If I want to remove items, I just highlight the desired batches and click on the Cancel button, and it actually cancels the entire batch. If I want to print the documents, I select the item that I want to print. I can select one or all items, or however many I want to do, and then I just click on the Print button. You can see that the print document screen displays. It has the same options that we did if we wanted to print immediately. I can print to a local printer, or I can choose to download the documents. At this point in time, I'm going to just choose to click Finish, and that will print my documents. You can see that once my document has printed, it's removed from my print queue, and it actually shows up in Document Manager as a document of record. This concludes our overview of the evolution of policy document printing in EASYwriter Pro. Please reference your user guide for more detailed information on the various features included in the evolution of printing. Thank you.